What's up, you guys? It's your boy Tech with Trey here, and today I'll be doing a review with the 16 Pro Max and my Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7. I switched over to Z Fold 7 for about, say, 3 weeks, almost a month now, and this is my daily user device. I use phone like literally every day, phone calls, running around. This gets all the work through, and I could say, hands on, I love this device. I like my 16 Pro Max as well, but I love this out 20 times more with the amount of features I get to use with this, as well as so much battery life, just so much with this phone. This is king right here. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. So with the 16 Pro Max, you get a 6.9 inch screen. I'm sorry guys, I'm not gonna remember all the specs, so I'm looking over the other side, reading it all. So with the 60 Pro Max, you get a 6.9 inch screen. It's a OLED display as well as a 120 hertz refresh rate. Same with the Z Fold 7 here, you get a 120 hertz refresh rate with the 8-inch screen right here, as well as a dynamic AMOLED display. So with this one, you get OLED with the 6 Pro Max. With the Galaxy, you get dynamic AMO LED. So you'll see that it'll be more vivid and a lot more crisp. Right, with the 16 Pro Max, you just get OLED, just OLED. Without further ado, you get 1300 max net brightness on the Z Fold 7. With 16 Pro Max, you get 2000, so it will be a little bit more brighter. But using this, I don't have my screen that bright on this phone. Like as you see here, it's barely that high compared to being max brightness. So we try that again, guys. Gotta see this. There's so many things the phone's trying to do at once. Pause music, go down. There we go. So here, this is max brightness on the phone. Back to regular. I usually keep it like that. You still see a decent screen. Okay, without that, this judges for HDR10. This only just supports Dolby Vision. So yeah, HDR10 on this, Dolby Vision on this. I feel like HDR and Dolby Vision together is a better mix. You get a lot better clips and video, but most movies and most shows nowadays will look a lot better HDR10 because that will be supported through all, while with Dolby Vision only supports through a few apps. So keep that in mind. They both come with always on display. Here I can show you guys somewhat. If I get like a animation or anything, that notification, it'll pop up. This here, I feel like with Apple, it's always on. Samsung, it's always on, but you never know it's on. You always see a black screen, but you will get a notification. It'll just pop up subtle. Then with this, it'll just brighten up your whole screen. If I can show you guys that, I will. It pops up. Let's see what else. They're both waterproof. This is IP. What is it? Like I said, I'm reading this. I'm not gonna remember all of it, you guys. Give me 1 second. This is IP68. If I'm not mistaken. Well, this one is dust resistant. So this one's not dust resistant. The Z Fold 7 is not dust resistant due to the hinge right here. Rather with the 60 Pro Max, it is fully water resistant and dust resistant as well. Yeah, so with this one you get IP48, this one you get IP68. They both have a metal frame, they both have a fingerprint scanner. Well, sorry, this one, 60 Pro Max does not have a fingerprint scanner. You get Face ID and PIN. With the Z Fold 7, you get a fingerprint scanner. Hopefully you guys see there. Oh, my finger on the button. Just like that. just like that. And you do have Face ID right here, it's just a little circle, as well as putting in your PIN. So you have 3 ways to get inside of your Z Fold 7. With the iPhone, you get Apple 18 Pro chip. With the Z Fold 7, you get a Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite, which is a lot better, a lot more faster. It just beats the 16 Pro out of the waters when it comes to that. Let's see what else. With this, you get an 8 gigabyte. With this, you get a 12 gigabyte of RAM. So, like I said, you a lot more faster processor. It goes through a lot more apps. It functions a lot more. Gets a lot more breathability. Within a compressed device like the Apple device here, you only get 8 gigabytes. It's not really pushing to go to the full limit, and it's only used for its purposes of just being a regular smartphone. With this, you do get a bigger battery though. You get a 4,685 milliamp battery. With the Z Fold 7, you get a 4,400 milliamp battery. They both do support wireless charging. With this, you get a 30-watt charger, and with the Z Fold 7, you get a 20-watt charger. Watt chargers I use are 65 watts, but regardless, it will still charge this phone here at a 25-watt standing point. Okay, let's go to camera now. So with the Z Fold 7, you get a 200 megapixel camera right here. A zoom up to 5 times, well 3 times megapixel, and a standard, so your standard 200, your 10 megapixel telephoto, and your ultra wide 12 megapixel. So that is a lot. And one thing I like about the Z Fold 7 here is that you can open the screen, be on your camera, jump into your cover screen here. So now you guys can see exactly what I see here. So exactly how I'm recording the GoPro, you guys see you guys, and I'm seeing the same thing over here, like you guys can see me. So I feel like that's a great thing. If you don't have another camera, this should work perfect, and you can also see back at what you are recording. And you do have the choice to use your 200 megapixel as well, so you could differentiate. You get to pick the different ones between 200, 10, or 12 megapixels of your choosing. And you can turn it off just like that, and it'll go back to the black screen. Okay, and it does record up to 4K recording, up to 60 FPS, as well as this one records up to 120 FPS into 4K recording. So you do get a little bit less on the Z Fold 7, but 1080 megapixel you get up to 240, while up to 10 megapixel on this one you get up to 120. So they kind of flip-flopped it. You get, like I said, but you do get up to 8K on this, on the Z Fold 7 as well. I keep forgetting. Up to 30 FPS, but there is no 8K recording on the 16 Pro Max. This camera thing is a lot, you guys. A lot of things. I know a lot of people are into the cameras and the selfie megapixel. So that's one big thing. The selfie megapixel on this and this is a big jump. On the 16 Pro Max, you get a 12 megapixel camera right here. You guys can. There you get a 12 megapixel camera. Rather with the Z Fold 7, you get a 10 megapixel camera right here. Hopefully you guys can see. So there's like a little bit of a difference by like 2 megapixels, but that is a big number in the camera game. 2 megapixels could go from having the best camera to having the worst camera. So I'm not big into the whole camera spec shit, so I can't really go that in depth with it. But for those guys that do have those videos, go check them out. Let's see what else. You do get stereo speakers on both phones, Dolby Atmos on both phones. You do not get a headphone jack, a 3.5mm headphone jack on either device. I don't think Apple ever had one since like the iPhone 5S. Samsungs, you usually get them, not anymore. So I guess they're cutting loose of having the 3.5mm headphone jack to just having a nice, good, sleek device. So I would say don't put yourself in debt with both these devices if you can't afford them. Both of these devices, to me, are both paid off, so I could do whatever I want with them. I have Apple Care on this device. I have Samsung Care on this device. If I break either one, they are both protected. So, like I said, don't go yourself in debt. And don't put yourself in debt trying to impress people with new devices. It's pointless. It's stupid. Don't do it. Okay? Without further ado, guys, I'll see you guys next video. Peace, and make sure to hit that like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you guys want to see next. You guys want to see more review videos on the Z Fold 7? You guys want to see another comparison video on the 16 Pro Max and the Z Fold 7, like a day in the life type video? Let me know. More content coming soon. I'll see you guys in the next one.